Hello, I'm Ivory Crump. I'm a spiritual coach and also the author of God Hates Me, Recovering from Religious Trauma, Spiritual Abuse, and an Angry God. I want to talk about a question that comes up often in the healing journey, especially for those of us who've experienced deep pain, loss, or trauma. And that is, why do bad things happen to good people? And if you've ever asked that question, you're definitely not alone. Whether it's religious trauma, betrayal, abuse, illness, or heartbreak, when we suffer, it's natural to wonder why, to ask, why me? Why now? Or what did I do to deserve this? And I want to begin by honoring that question because that's not a surface level question. That's a soul level question. When you've gone through something painful, especially something unfair or traumatic, this question becomes more than just philosophical. It becomes personal. It can shake your belief in God or in justice or in goodness itself. And it can make you question your own worth. It can make you wonder if you're being punished. And if you were raised in a religious system that equated suffering with sin or consequence, then this confusion runs even deeper. For many of us, many women healing from religious trauma, we carry guilt that was never ours to begin with. Many of us were taught, either directly or subtly, that life is a transaction. Be good and you'll be blessed. Do wrong and you'll suffer. It's a very black and white way of viewing the world. But life isn't black and white. It's full of nuances. So here's what I want you to consider. Suffering is not a punishment. It's not proof that you're broken or unloved or unworthy. It's not always the result of something you did. It's not karma coming to get you. Sometimes pain is just life. We live in a world where free will exists, where people hurt people, where natural disasters occur, where bodies get sick, where systems fail, where trauma is passed down through generations. And while we can't always make sense of it, while we may never like what happened, we can begin to see it through a new lens. So let me offer a spiritual perspective that has helped me and help other people find peace. As souls, we come here to have a human experience, and that experience includes joy and pain, gain and loss, clarity and confusion. The purpose of life is not to avoid suffering, but to evolve from it. And I'm not saying that your pain was meant to be or that what happened to you was for the best, because I would never minimize anybody's suffering. But what I'm meaning is that some things are deeply unjust and some things are absolutely traumatic, and those things deserve to be grieved. But even in the most broken places, something sacred can emerge, like healing, strength, compassion, clarity, or purpose, a deeper connection to yourself or to others or to the divine. Your pain does not have to define you, but it can shape you if you let it. And I want to be very clear. This is not about bypassing your pain or trying to find a silver lining when you're not ready. It's about honoring your pain and allowing it to teach you what it came to reveal. Sometimes pain shows us what needs healing. Sometimes it reveals the places where we were silenced, neglected, or unseen. Sometimes it wakes us up from lives that weren't aligned with who we truly are. And sometimes the biggest shifts happen not when we find all the answers, but when we finally ask the right questions. Like, who am I now? What do I truly believe? What am I ready to release? What do I want to rebuild? Your questions are sacred. Your confusion is sacred because it means you're waking up. So I want to say this again. Suffering is not punishment, and goodness doesn't always guarantee ease. But you are not alone in what you're going through, and you are not powerless in how you move forward. You don't have to believe everything you were taught, and you don't have to make sense of it all today. And you don't have to go through it alone. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to redefine what spirituality means to you. You are allowed to be angry and sacred at the same time. And you are allowed to be a good person who's been through hard things. If this message speaks to your soul, I want to invite you to join my free school community. It's called the Safe Haven Circle, and it's a space for women healing from religious trauma and reclaiming their voice and redefining their spirituality on their own terms. And if you're wondering whether your pain might be connected to spiritual or religious trauma, then I want to invite you to take my free religious trauma quick assessment. It's a first step toward your healing. And I want to let you know that you are not broken, you are not alone, and you are not being punished. You are being called home to yourself. Peace, love, and light.